Welcome, fellow mystery hunters. Thank you so much for jumping in to this video today. My name is Danny ColdBlood, aka MusicVidiot, and this is going to be a very jam-packed episode for you guys. A lot of information, so bear with me, put on your tinfoil hats, and pay attention. This location might be a familiar location to you guys. If you recall, this is where Michael calls Lester, and sometimes when you switch to Trevor, you can see him in his underwear vomiting into the water. This is also a location that resembles a certain type of image or symbolism. This symbolism that I'm going to show you right here is the symbols for enlightenment. Now, we've been talking a lot about, self-actualization and enlightenment lately, but if you take a look at those symbols, those images, they kind of look like this image that we're looking down upon right now through a bird's eye view. Once I familiarized myself with the imagery and symbolism of enlightenment, I actually noticed how much it is spread throughout this entire game. So the points I've been making, they're a little bit more concrete, at least to me now more than ever. Take a look at this right here. I showed this to you guys in a previous video, how you can see how they hide things, guys. They hide stuff very well within their arts and within their own symbolism. And they're very clever. I've told you this before with their wordplay, their imagery, and I'm trying to show you guys piece by piece how they're doing this. So if you're looking at the screen, you're seeing kind of what they're doing. I showed this specific, scenery and imagery in a previous video, but this is just setting you guys up for what I really want to talk about, okay? If you look at the mural, how much do we really know about this mural? What are you getting from the mural itself? Well, these thunderbolts on the mural, I kind of want to go off and explain to you what I think they might be. Take a look at this right here. Imagine you're watching a good movie on your television. The lights are dim and your attention is focused on the actors on the screen. You know that this is the face of Brad Pitt or Meryl Streep. You know they are actors, but you allow yourself to become personally involved with the drama and forget the context in which you are the observer. For the moment, the characters are real and important. You are in the dream. Buddhists and Hindus, as well as many other sects, believe that we live our lives in a dream. Instead of characters in a movie, we ourselves are the actors in the drama that is our everyday reality. Many historic faiths, especially Buddhism, attempt to wake us from this dream and remind us who we really are. They aim to show us the real context of all that is out there in the external world so that we can once again regain our true identity as the observer. The awakening from this dream is called enlightenment. You all heard that right. The awakening from this dream is called enlightenment. Symbolically, a dorje represents the thunderbolt of enlightenment. Guys, I didn't know there was a thunderbolt of enlightenment. I didn't know what the symbol of enlightenment looked like. Seriously, until I started doing some more research and diving deeper into what I truly believed was the right path, and I believed I was on that right path. Once I started really getting involved deeper and deeper, I started to finally see things and know things and discover things I never knew or realized or had any knowledge of before. And now that I'm starting to see and understand and I'm learning, I'm starting to notice the stuff throughout the game everywhere. And now I look at the mural in a completely different way. It says, symbolically, a dorje represents the thunderbolt of enlightenment, that abrupt change in human consciousness which is recognized by all the great religions as a pivotal episode in the lives of mystics and saints. Once enlightened, the observer can detach from the personal importance of money, romance, food, and even life itself. Happiness then comes from inside, not outside, of the observer, who recognizes that he or she is part of the creation. Now check out this word right here, Vajra, okay? Now, there is a Vajra that's tied to a mythical king, okay? Which we do know that mythology is a big part of the different clues and connections that we have within this mystery. But the word Vajra is a word meaning both thunderbolt and diamond. So it's a word that means thunderbolt and diamond. Okay? Additionally, it is a weapon which is used as a ritual object to symbolize both the properties of a diamond, which is indestructible, and a thunderbolt, which is an irresistible force. Now maybe we can start to look at the mural in a little bit more of an understanding type of way. Another mysterious part of the mural is the egg. Now the egg has a straight line, a direct connection to the top of the mural, which has the eye, the sun, or enlightenment itself. Let's stay on topic using the method that Rockstar's been using and pick a definition that suits this the best. Check this out. The philosophical or cosmic egg is another nearly universal symbol. The egg is a symbol of the cosmos, as it is in a multitude of folk legends. In Hindu cosmology, it is the source of the universe. The egg as a container of the universe is found in many ancient religions. The egg symbolizes birth and potential. It contains within a miniature sun, and it features prominently in solar mythology. The god Vishnu, Fanes, and Mithras are all egg-born solar deities. Another solar entity, the rooster, is also born of an egg. Do you guys see how things start to make more sense, and we can actually look at a big image and understand it a lot more better if we start picking it apart piece by piece? Like basically if we take baby steps instead of taking the whole lunge at once. That's basically what we're supposed to do. We have been overwhelming ourselves when we have not been looking at this logically. We should have been taking it piece by piece, not doubting ourselves, not going in circles. Seriously, let's start doing things right. If you have faith, and if you keep on watching, guys, I promise you, I will take you there, and we will get this thing solved. Okay? Have faith, do not doubt yourself, start taking things step by step, and soon, you will be at your full potential of understanding this fucking mystery. There's a lot more stuff I want to get to in this episode, so we will pick apart the mural in more detail in future episodes, so definitely stay tuned. Now let's stay in the same area that we're in and just look around. I want to show you how they seriously have been putting clues in such small vicinities, guys, like all in the same area. Okay? Right here we have the Acting Up and an Alpha shoe store. Now we have the Albany Alpha car, okay? Not only do we have a car that has Alpha in it, but Alpha is a huge clue. It's in so many places. I'll just give you guys a couple examples. We have Alpha Male, which has like a caveman or a primate, primitive type of human on there. You know, maybe kind of like a Bigfoot type of human. And also a direct connection to the United States Post Mail, which has this eagle on it. Now this eagle is very relevant, guys, and this is what I mean about connecting the dots. Rockstar definitely gave us puzzles, so we have to be able to connect the dots, to remember the clues and to go with it. This eagle is also found right here on this fin of the Space Docker. That's right. Now, Einstein is in the background for a reason, and I will get to him in another episode. Remember him, he's very important. But let's focus on the Space Docker for a second. We also have this gibberish. Well, we thought it was gibberish, but look at that first little circle thing. That's the same image as the one that we started the video off at. The same image as the symbol of enlightenment. Isn't it awful funny that we can find it right there on the Space Docker? Very, very interesting and mysterious. What else do we have? A thunderbolt on the tire. I always knew it was there, but I didn't really ever have a full understanding of why. After explaining the stuff I explained to you guys earlier in this video, now I kinda got it. Look in the background. There's a dune buggy back there. It's the same exact dune buggy that we have as a space docker. It's kind of funny how it's the vehicle that we use in the last one, the mission where we actually hunt down Bigfoot. Where else can we find this eagle? We can find it on a box that's located at the altruist camp. Very, very interesting. Now, the altruist camp also has some pretty interesting and awesome stuff, guys. There's images and symbolism that really makes a lot of sense. Okay, if you look at the stairs here, on the left side we have a symbol of what's on the mural, the eye, the sun, or enlightenment itself. And on the right side we have what looks to be a sun, but we can actually see it's a squirrel. That same image that was on the space docker, the image of enlightenment. So guys, maybe we understand what this means. Maybe it's not an eye, maybe it's not a sun, maybe the top of the mural is enlightenment. I don't want to force feed facts that I can't prove down your throat, but my opinion is that it is definitely enlightenment, but we will get to more of the proving later. I just want to show you guys a lot of the connections. So conveniently tied to the acting up place, you know, where we go into director's mode, a U with a star in it, okay? A U with a dot in it is another symbol for the color red, but we'll get to that. Remember this trophy or achievement? That basically told us that there was something more when we collected all the animals that was hinting at something else, and that's when we finally were able to find Bigfoot. So the trophy or achievement hinted at something more, okay? Now, maybe that's not the only trophy or achievement that has done that. I will get to that in a second. Right across the street here we have this comic book shop, and right next door to it we have this interesting self-actualization type of pamphlets and stuff. Now, what could this stuff possibly be about, and what is it tied to? It's in the same vicinity as all these other clues. It's gotta mean something. Well, I do know that self-actualization and everything is tied to Children of the Mountain, and you know the mural is on a mountain, Mount Chiliad, you know. But what else, guys, can we get from all this? Alright, because I don't believe in any of these cults or anything to be 100% the way to go. I believe we could take stuff from them, but they're not, you know, the way we should go completely. It's also an image that looks a lot like the SecuroServe, where recently they gave us an option to get an egg. And, oh my god, a Bigfoot costume. You know, come on, what's the chances that all this stuff is happening and all these clues are together and all these connections are connecting and making sense? And we have the epsilon symbol right there in a keyhole, but also in the background it's like rays of enlightenment. If you look close enough, it even looks like an eye in there, like an eye is in the background glowing with like sun rays. Take a look at this though. This trophy or achievement was given to you when you either, you know, beat the epsilon missions, doing it, you know, obediently or not. But the way they word it, you know, complete your path to enlightenment or not, it's kind of like the whole cryptozoologist or whatever the hell that was, hinting at maybe another animal, and then there was Bigfoot. So I kind of take that trophy or achievement in the same context. Like, yeah, you can look at epsilonism as being your path to enlightenment, but maybe there's something more. And so far, there's definitely enough in-game evidence to back up this claim. But take a look at over here. It's also a comic book store, okay? It's a comic book store first. Now, I think of Impotent Rage, okay? Take a look at this. This is the billboard that you can find around the game. Now, the rage part is Trevor's special ability. He rages. Okay, organic. Okay, Michael and the Kale Juice. 100% we know is needed for a lot of things, especially this new Bigfoot Easter egg that's going on, and a thunderbolt being a part of the letter A, which now we know a thunderbolt is really important. Also, this power play stuff that they're introducing says that you have to use a special ability in a timely fashion, and the rage is Trevor's special ability. So you can see how, you know, I kind of think about impotent rage when we see all these clues lining up with the comics. Trust me guys, it is not crazy to think that they hide stuff within the game, even in stuff as small as a comic book character. Take a look at this building. This building is a very important building. First of all, it's the same building that was in L.A. Noire and on the Platinum Trophy for L.A. Noire. Now, Platinum Trophies are very important. If you guys didn't see my Unleashing the Truth time travel video, you need to go back and check it out. But you see how the city of Los Santos, the seal of Los Santos, was the Platinum Trophy for GTA5? Look what's on the seal of Los Santos. So far, a lot of relevant things. Okay, the owl on there was just recently, my last video I shown this off, how the Two Hoots Falls owl statue pillar thing has a crazy imagery on it. Okay, and you know, the LSPD are also tied in with the seal of Los Santos, and if you look closely behind this banner, we have the same building yet again. So to think that they won't hide stuff within stuff is just completely not having faith in what Rockstar does, guys. What else is a part of this building? One of the actual clues for the murder mystery. Now guys, the murder mystery is the only other 100% confirmed mystery in Grand Theft Auto 5 that we have to base anything off of to try to help us with this current Chiliad mystery. You know, history repeats itself, it really does. So to solve a current mystery, why not go to a past mystery? And this is the only one that we really have that is like a real confirmed mystery. So the fact that we see it tied to so many other clues is ridiculous. Like this one right here. This was recently added in with the egg, with the Bigfoot costume. Come on guys. They're adding in all the most relevant shit, okay? All the most relevant clues and stuff that we have that makes the most of the connections that we have, okay? They're adding in stuff that is directly tied to it. And, come on. Time. We know time is a big thing. On the top left, we see that it says pendulous with the U and the dot. I told you that's a symbolism for the color red. Okay, U with a dot in it. Now, why is that there? Unless it's maybe tied to something more. We do know that time is something that's very important. Shit, they even gave us a pocket watch in this recent update. So we know it's important. They've been really giving us nothing but clues. They've been spoiling us, and we have not been taking advantage of it. Guys, we gotta really start utilizing what they've been doing, okay? The symbolism, the imagery, they're really giving it to us on a platter, okay? Now, I talked about the thunderbolts earlier, and how there's a word that means thunderbolt and diamond, and if you guys pay attention and look really hard, you'll notice that diamonds are everywhere in this game. The word is everywhere, okay? The image, look at this mini-map, okay? Right there was a mini-map right at the Children of the Mountain. There was a mini-map and it had the streets formed like a diamond. Okay, if you want to go back and check it out, go ahead. But diamonds are everywhere. There's pawn shops everywhere. Like, there's so much. And now that I know it means the same thing as Thunderbolt, and now that I know what Thunderbolt means, like, I had to share this stuff with you guys in this video. So, even right here, there's a mission where it says, diamonds are for Trevor. Like, a lot of the connections do tie to Trevor, but he's not the only one. They tie to the other characters also. For instance, this location right here, another place that ties to Trevor. Sometimes Trevor will wake up on top of this building, right across from this mural, which is also known as the Sinner's Passage mural. Now, it basically, it has a whole bunch of stuff on it, which has thunderbolts in the middle, if you look. See how it's the thunderbolts going up? But basically, the gist of what this thing says is that it's not the destination that matters, it's the journey. that matters. Now take a look at this. I've said this before, I showed this off in previous videos, but if you take a straight line, you start yourself off at that location where that mural is, and you take your cursor and you just go straight up. You don't turn left, you don't turn right, you don't do nothing else, but go straight up. You will land dead smack on Mount Chiliad's mural. Now, I've talked about this before, that I think that those are definitely tied together. I think that they mean the same thing, and I think that they both can teach us different things, you know, but I do think that they honestly have the same exact meaning through symbolism and other forms of, you know, imagery and whatever else, you know, everything else that Rockstar uses to get messages across, basically. But if you guys are familiar with this mission, this is where Franklin, as a dog, lead him to Dom. Okay? Check out what happens when Dom and Franklin meet for the first time. Okay? Dom takes him to Mount Chiliad, but listen to this famous line. Some people think that the dog that Franklin stumbles across is God, because dog backwards is God. We don't know, but it is very mysterious how the Sinner's Passage mural means that the journey matters more than the destination, and that Dom says that to him on his first time, you know, after being met through the connection of the dog, and they're going to Mount Chiliad. Wow, that conversation happens. Very, very, very strange, but also relevant in a complete 100% understanding of enlightenment in its truest and fullest potential form. Now, I'm going to start wrapping up this video. I'm going to start getting to a couple points I want you guys to think about. I have more videos coming soon, a lot more for you guys, but I just wanted to kind of lead into my videos without kind of throwing everything on you guys at once. I'm pretty sure I probably gave you guys a lot today, and probably watch this video a couple times if you guys have the time to, because there's a lot of stuff in here, and I hope you guys caught it all. But to kind of get towards the end of this, to leave you guys with an ending note here, currently we're dealing with this whole Easter egg with Bigfoot and the Beast. Okay, now ultimately the Beast ends up being at the airplane graveyard for the final fight, and you fight him here, and it's kind of funny because there's a couple of Rottweilers that you have to fight at the same time, which makes me think directly of Chop. But stay focused, you gotta fight the Beast here at the airplane graveyard. Now it's kind of funny because the Beast is Michael J. Fox from Teen Wolf, basically, and if you want to make a connection, a physical connection in the game, you could go and put yourself at this graveyard, which is at what other location than the actual Hill Valley Church. And we know Hill Valley is a location inside of Back to the Future, where Michael J. Fox also had a role a couple different times. And, you know, you can even go a little bit deeper and say, well, there's missing letters on the sign at the Hill Valley Church, and there's a missing letter on the sign at the Children of the Mountain, which is self-actualization and, enlightenment. But do we really want to focus on all that? Where's that going to actually lead us? Yeah, the connections are cool, but I want to start looking at connections differently, like this Red Dead Redemption connection. Right now we are at the intersection of Armadillo and Chumash Road, which are both locations in Red Dead Redemption. And we know that Bigfoot is another connection to Red Dead Redemption. He's a character in there that we see and, deal with. So this is all very relevant. But right here at this intersection just so happens to be where they presume the Infinity 8 killer lives. Now it says 8 is just infinity stood up, is what is in this house. Now we don't know for a fact who the Infinity 8 killer is. They presume it is that Merle Abrams guy, but we don't know. Nobody knows. Now 8 is just infinity stood up. Guys, this is the biggest clue that the game has given you so far. Okay? And they have given you signs. Okay? They've given you enough signs. They have given you guys enough clues. When are we going to start opening our eyes? If you look at the 8s on the rock, you see that they're all kind of scribbled around, but there's 2 defined ones right here. One sideways and one stood up. Okay? Now, 8 is just infinity stood up. Infinity. When you really look into the definition of infinity and how it relates to the topic that Rockstar has been focusing on, which is enlightenment, which is astrology, which is solar and lunar, and, you know, I mean, I don't want to give anything away. Basically, to be honest with you guys, you have to figure it out for it to mean anything. But I want to show you guys a couple things. Look at these trophies or achievements. See how each one of them has the sideways 8, okay? The infinity symbol? Now, most of those are for heists and stuff, which I found was very suspicious. Very, very, very suspicious. Even diamonds on it. Everything we've been talking about, guys. Everything. Now, even when you go into the online achievements and trophies, you have the same ones for when you complete the heists. Same ones. Why are there a group of trophies and achievements with the infinity symbol on them? Guys, maybe, just maybe, those X's on the mural are things we have to do. Either heists, or missions, or something. Stay tuned, guys, for more episodes and more videos to further your understanding on your path to true enlightenment and the Chiliad Mystery. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys in the next video or broadcast. I appreciate all of you. Thank you so much for your support and subscribing. If you're not subscribed, please smack that mother effer with your thrusting hips of love, please. And we'll see you in the next video or broadcast. Again, thank you so much, and until next time, ta-ta, and as always, peace!
That stuff was sort of strong. What? Oh, wow. What? Am I a cat? I am. I'm a cat. I am a cat. Oh, this is amazing. This life just makes total sense. I see everything. I belong. I want to kill. I will kill. I will be. I just am. Michael the cat. Michael the cat. The best cat. The best thing. I'm perfect. Just look at me. I mean, I'm a cat. I can purr. I can purr. God, this rocks. Fuck therapy. Become a cat. Be a cat. I am a cat.